I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to defend his cause. Maintain the honors of his word, the glory of his cross.
Hello, I am James Brown, and on behalf of the East End Church of Christ, located in Toronto, Canada, I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday question and answer edition of Walking Through the Bible, a podcast where we seek to study the Bible and the Bible alone. Please stick around afterwards for information on how you can contact us. But for now, we'll turn you over to Jeremy Diesekamp for our question of the day.
Thank you, James, and welcome to all of our viewers. I'd like to remind everyone watching that they can submit their own questions to be answered by commenting on any one of our videos or by emailing them to answerintheword@gmail.com. Obviously, not every question can be answered for this podcast, but if such is the case, we'll email you back an answer or respond to your comment in the comments section. Today's question is baptism required in order to have your sins remitted and be saved? Before we answer this question, let's make sure we understand that it is undeniable that the Scriptures teach that the New Testament Christians were baptized. Jesus said in Mark 16:16, "Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved, but whoever does not believe will be condemned." Moving forward to the book of Acts, we find numerous examples of baptism. The people who believed in Acts 2 on the day of Pentecost were baptized. Simon the sorcerer, as well as the believers in Samaria in Acts 8, were baptized. The Ethiopian eunuch was baptized in Acts 8, and Saul of Tarsus in Acts 9 was baptized. The list could go on and on. So if you ever run into someone who tells you that first century Christians didn't practice baptism, you can know that they're not telling you the truth. Where the disagreement comes is when we begin discussing why Christians in the Bible were baptized. Many in the denominational world believe that Christians should be baptized, but it is not necessary for salvation, for you are saved when you first believe and your sins are remitted then. They claim that baptism is only an outward sign that you're already saved, sometimes referred to as an outward sign of an inward grace. Is this what the Bible teaches? To examine that, let's quickly read Acts 22, verses 6 to 16. "As I was on my way and drew near to Damascus, about noon a great light from heaven suddenly shone around me. And I fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to me, 'Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?' And I answered, 'Who are you, Lord?' And he said to me, 'I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom you are persecuting.' Now those who were with me saw the light, but did not understand the voice of the one who was speaking to me. And I said, 'What shall I do, Lord?' And the Lord said to me, 'Rise and go into Damascus, and there you will be told all that is appointed for you to do.' And since I could not see because of the brightness of that light, I was led by the hand by those who were with me and came into Damascus. And one Ananias, a devout man according to the law, well spoken of by the Jews who lived there, came to me, and standing by me said to me, 'Brother Saul, receive your sight.' And at that very hour I received my sight and saw him. And he said, 'The God of our fathers appointed you to know his will, to see the righteous one, and to hear a voice from his mouth. For you will be a witness for him to every one of what you have seen and heard. And now, why do you wait? Arise and be baptized and wash away your sins, calling on the name of the Lord.' Now I ask you, when did Saul believe in Jesus? It was on the road to Damascus. According to Acts 9:9, we know that Saul waited in Damascus for 3 days before Ananias came to him. Yet 3 days later, Ananias commanded Saul to be baptized so that his sins could be washed away. If sins are washed away at the point of belief, why would Saul have to have his sins washed away here? And what would baptism have to do with it if baptism is just a mere sign that you're already saved? The answer is obvious. What many churches teach today concerning salvation is false doctrine. They have you having your sins washed away before being baptized, while the Bible has your sins washed away by being baptized. They have you calling on the name of the Lord to save you before being baptized. The Bible has you calling on Jesus to save you by being baptized. Therefore, the inescapable conclusion is that baptism in the Bible is for the remission of or the forgiveness of sins. And since God won't accept unforgiven sinners into heaven, baptism is also necessary for salvation. If you were baptized thinking you were already saved, you weren't baptized with Jesus' baptism, and following the example found in Acts 19, 1-5, should be baptized for the remission of sins. If you are already baptized with the baptism that is for the remission of sins, then you are children of God and have a hope of heaven. Well, I know that there could be much more said on this topic, but our time is up for now. Please listen to this week's sermon titled Sound Speech, which James will give you instructions on where to find in a few moments. And join us, Lord willing, tomorrow, when we will be continuing our study of the book of Genesis, beginning at Genesis 1, verse 9.
Thank you, Jeremy. And to our viewers, we also thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Should you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below or email us at answerintheword@gmail.com. We'll try to respond to you as quickly as we can. We hope you'll also be watching today's sermon edition, which can be found on our YouTube channel on the Walking Through the Bible 2017 Sermons playlist. Please also join us, Lord's willing, tomorrow when we will be continuing our study on the book of Genesis. Goodbye for now, and have a great day.
I'm not ashamed to own my Lord.